Hey guys, what's up? How are you doing? Thanks so much for joining me in today's video. We're going to be talking all about newest artist Couture bronze palette. This is what the palette looks like. I am going to be creating 3 eye looks with this palette. I have 1 cool tone and 2 warm tones. I am also going to be comparing it a little bit to his Nudes. I'm gonna let you know if I feel like it's the same formulation. I've used this palette the past week, by the way, so I'm able to tell you if they're really similar or not. I'm gonna let you know if I think you need it in your life. So if this is your first time here, I'm Gigi. I am a registered nurse obsessed with skincare, beauty, and makeup. Here on my channel, I do a lot of first impressions. I do unboxings, I do first impressions, all that good stuff. So if that's the content that you enjoy, go ahead and click on the red button that says subscribe, and also go to my Instagram because over there I do keep you posted on new makeup sales, makeup releases, everything like that. So let's just go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so let's begin. And as soon as I saw his palette release, I knew I needed to have it. I knew that I needed to have it in my life. His bronze palette retails for 56 Canadian dollars, just like his Nudes palette. This is one of my favorite palettes, period, to be honest. I think it's got to do a lot with the color story. I love my olives, I love my neutrals. This actually ranked #1 palette for me in 2020, so that must tell you a lot. As soon as I saw that he was coming out with a bronze, I just knew I needed to have it. So looking at the palette, you know, his promo, his swatches and everything, I thought it was an interesting kind of palette. You know, you get a little bit of a cool tone kick in here, and then of course you get your yummy warm tones and the bronze tones in here. But I was super drawn to the palette. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. You got to love your warms, you know, in order to love these gold and bronzy shades. We have a really yummy shade in here, which is a beautiful rose gold shade, which I created 1 look with this shade, and I loved it. This Couture Supreme Bronze Eyeshadow and Pressed Pigment Palette retails for 56 Canadian dollars and is made up of 12 richly pigment modern bronze shades in 3 different finishes. This palette features 6 buttery mattes, 3 richly pigment metallics, and 3 multi-dimensional high pearl finishes in an array of bronze, cool, and warm tones. These shades have been carefully curated to design anything from wearable day looks to dramatic evening looks. Take an artistry to the next level and transform your eyes with this versatile glow getter approved palette. Alright friends, so let's move on to the application, the demo, the 3 eye looks that I created with this palette, and then I come back and give you some swatches and just a final thoughts on these 2 palettes. So here you have the two palettes swatched side by side. The top one is the newest bronze, and then the Nudes is at the bottom. I must say that the cream shades are very, very similar. You get a sort of like a neutral brown in the new bronze that, you know, it may be very similar to this one because this one leans a little bit cool, but this one is much more pigmented. So the browns in here are actually quite similar. You get these bronzy shade, like goldish shade, that is also really similar to this one. In the bronze you get a black, in the nudes you do not get a black. You also get this rose gold shade here, which is beautiful, that is similar to this one, but this one is a little bit more bronzy. You know, this one is much more rose gold. In my opinion, both color stories really complement each other. If you must pick one, I would say that the nudes is much more versatile, but if you already have the nudes, I think you can't go wrong with the bronze as well. I think like they do complement each other really, really well, and I love them both. Alright you guys, so now you've seen the three eye looks I created. I swatched them side by side. You probably already saw the clip, me talking about them, but I'm making a mess. I'm ready to clean off my swatches, but before I did, I really wanted to say that, you know, if you already have the nudes, which is the bottom one, and you're more into those nudes and you're more into those olive and just neutral shades, I think you're really going to love his nudes. But if you want something more bold, something more out there, every single look that I've created with this palette has come out beautiful, but it is a very, very pigmented, so you're not gonna get something super natural unless you're using like the brown and just a little bit of, you know, something. But if you are really packing those shades like I did for my looks today, like look at that. I love the application with the brush, but I love my fingers the most. I feel like if you wet your brush, you're gonna get a similar, you know, application like you do with your fingers, but I much rather use my fingers if I don't have long nails. That's what I love to do. I feel like these shades just applied, you know, really, really beautiful that way. They are very, very pigmented. Let me swatch them like this so you can see. These are better swatches than the ones that I show you because I wanted to make them small so that I can fit both palettes and compare them side by side. As you saw, we don't really have dupes shade by shade. They're similar, but I do feel like they do complement each other. I feel like if you already have the nudes, as I said, you're really gonna enjoy this one. They are the same exact formulation. Very, very high quality. I love the packaging. If I didn't mention, the mirror is really sleek and pretty, and the palette is really slim as well. So that's something that I really enjoy when it comes to storing my nudes palette. So these are them. Again, in the nudes, you don't really get a black. In here, you get the black, you get the really deep maroon shade that we have at the bottom here, you get the pop of orange, you get the cool tones. So I feel like this palette is so versatile. This one is just more my comfort zone. This is just me, this is just easy, this is just an easy grab for an everyday. These I'll reach for when I want more, when I want pigment, when I want to go out, when I want to look fabulous, to say. They're both stunning. I love them both. I am so happy to have them both. Again, I just feel like they complement each other. I think that they're totally cousins. They're perfection together. You can totally use this one and, you know, apply one or two shades from here, or you can totally go like the cool tone route if you like cool tones. That's why I like this one a lot. I can't pick, don't make me pick. They're stunning, pigmentation, quality, really, really up there. Couture did it again. I am so happy. I was a little bit disappointed, I'm not gonna lie, when his Caliente collection. I tried this palette. Look at these colors, they're so pretty, but like they just don't really perform as well as his nudes. So yeah, this is a palette that I don't really love, but I keep for reference. I love the pop-up colors in here, but again, you just have to work really hard to get, you know, good pigmentation. You don't have that issue with his bigger palettes, so yeah, you guys. Alrighty friends, and that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of the palette? What do you think of the looks that I created? Did you pick it up? What do you think about it? Are you like, meh? Any comments? Just drop it below. Thanks so much, you guys, for your love and support. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time. Bye!